Assalamu alaikum. This is Fawad Afzai, a computer science teacher. In today's class, we are about to discuss the topic function. So, function is just like a procedure. So, the basic difference is in the procedure, we used to call it to the main program, but in the function, we return our value to the main program. So the difference is pretty much clear that in the procedure we used to call entire procedure to the main program, but in the function we used to return the value to the main program. So function does not need to be called just like a procedure, because in the procedure we used to call it, but in the function we used to return the value to the main program. And just like the parameter that we studied in the procedure, the parameter can also be used in the function because it has got the same thing, like it is a variable and which will be needed to fetch the information or fetch the value from the global variable. So I hope you got the concept of the function. Just now let's start the syntax, understand the syntax of it, but before understanding the syntax we just go through the question. So the question is, write an algorithm using pseudocode to input the string and write a function. So let's first input the string, then we will make a function. So this is a string that we made. We use the output message and then we input the string, and then we need to declare and initialize as well. This is the main part of the program, right? From declare till input string, this is the main part of the program, and we did it. Now it's time to write a function to convert the string into the uppercase. So what do we do? For example, before going to the syntax, I would like to explain you the things, like for example, so let's start writing the function. We did the declaration and initialization here. It is a main part of the program. Now we write the function name, we write the keyword function, and then we write the name of the function, whatever you choose. So for example, my function name is uppercase. This is my function name is. The reason is obvious that in the question they say that we have to convert our string into the uppercase. So that is why we use the keyword uppercase, upper underscore case. So this is our function name. Next, the question was about to input the string and then write a function. So first we input the string. First we input the string and then we write the function. So I am following the question's instruction. So I input the string and now I am going to pass the argument into the parameter. So this is a global variable, my string, and I am passing the arguments into the parameter. So this is my parameter name and my parameter data type. And in the function we also define the data type of a function as well. So how do we define the data type of a function? We always write returns string because it clarifies that our entire function will return string data type. Now next thing is we used to declare our variable. Okay, I will discuss it later on. First let's discuss the formula. So what happens here, let me erase it. So what happens here, I use a string handling function. In the string handling, whenever we convert our string into the uppercase, we used to write u case, and then inside the bracket we write our variable name. So I am following the string handling function. So I use my parameter as a variable for the uppercase, and then I use this string handling formula which will convert my input string that I input in the main program, and then it will convert my string into the uppercase, and then I choose a variable name uppercase, so it will be stored. Once I convert my input string into the uppercase, it will be stored in my variable. Now I declare my variable name and initialize it. This is a local variable because the variable that we use inside a function or inside a procedure, it is called a local variable. And a variable that we use outside the function or a procedure, we used to call it global variable. And now this variable stores, uppercase, stores the data or the information. So that is why I returned this variable, because in the function we do not call it. In the function we always return the value. So I am returning my this variable to the main program. So how do I do it? I write the keyword end function and then ignore this declaration initialization, we will study later. So I used to store my function name. I used to store my function name with the data type. With the global variable. So this is my function name upper underscore case, and this is my global variable, and I am storing it inside the variable result. And now in the last I am going to display the message that my string which is converted in the upper cases, and whatever I input it will be then converted into the uppercase and then will be displayed with the help of a result variable. Result is a global variable, right? And now we can declare and initialize it, and then our pseudocode ends. I hope you got this concept. Now let's try to write another question. Now in the same way, let's suppose the question is write an algorithm to input the string and function to convert into the lower case. So same method will be used. It says input the string. So I input the string in the main program and then I declare and initialize. After that it says write a function to convert string into the lower case. So I write the function name, I write the keyword function, and my function name is lower. This is my function name lower underscore case. This is my function name, and then I will take the parameter, because global variable is my string, it will pass the argument into the parameter, and then data type string, same thing, and my entire function will return string data type, right? Now ignore the declaration and the initialization, we will study it later on. Now in the U case, just like the U case, we will use L case for the lower case. So I am going to use the string handling lower case, and then I will take my parameter. Once I convert my parameter into the lower case, I store it inside the variable. My variable name is lower case. Remember, there is a difference between the function name and the local variable name. Function name, there is lower underscore case, but in the local variable there is no gap or there is no underscore. And same like here, we will return the lower case. Once we return the lower case, we can complete our declaration and the initialization, the lines that we already left for the declaration and the initialization. Now we write end function. Now the same thing that we did in the last question, we return our function name. The one underscore case is my function name, my string is my global variable, right? And I am storing it in the result global variable. Result is a global variable, and then I can output it, and then I can do the declaration and the initialization. So I hope you got the concept how to write the function, how to solve a question. Rest of the questions I will upload on the Google Classroom, so you may check it out from there. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.